I was just talking to a friend earlier this week. She's a white woman from South Georgia, and she went to UGA. And in college, her freshman year, she noticed that like a bunch of people were getting flack and backlash for putting Confederate flags in their dorm room windows. And she didn't really have an opinion on either side, but she just felt like people should be able to put up the flag because that's their Southern pride, symbol. There's nothing racist about it or inherently wrong. So she felt so strongly she went to go and write this, almost like an editorial piece for the school paper. And the UGA Journalism School, if you guys don't know, that's where the Peabody Award comes from, the journalism big prize. So this is a big deal. She took on this whole thing, this research on is the Confederate flag a big deal? Because in the Georgia state flag is actually a small Confederate flag pieced into it. And so she's, going into this project thinking it's going to be this Georgia pride statement. And she realizes that the Confederate flag entered the Georgia flag when the delegates were about to meet from the North and the South to prepare to start having talks about the Constitution. And it says that she's showing me textbook references where the Southern delegates wouldn't even come to the table if slavery was going to be negotiable. They 100% would not talk about unifying the country unless they could keep hands off of slavery being a thing. That was a system that we started before we even wrote up We the People in anything. They're just well, first of all, we have slavery. We're keeping that. What's next? And so I say that just to say that when we're left to our own devices to make up systems, it's in God we trust, but it's ... to help me with what I want to have happen. Do you know what I mean? It's not really trusting his plan, and that's just all of our defaults. And so I think that just at this moment, it's so critical to understand that whether we have been active participants or not, we have lived just in how it is. And so we do have to start from the ground up, which is belief systems of individuals, to make any progress. But that, again, that's the good news because we can only control our own mess anyway.